senti et tout le monde dans le comité, leur connaît bateau avant la venir encore pour la ni Milo ni Citadelle là.
Bon, il y a longtemps de bateau pas venir. Ou bien on dit à venir, tout si après de la base seulement, il pas descendre au cap pour aller Milo. Bon, nous sentons nos chagrins. Dès qu'avant, il y a bouchon dans le bateau. Souvent, venir la bouche en bateau là, il va rester dans le cœur bouché parce que nous avons un fil de dépense. Donc on a tout aussi à acheter. Même petite provision pour nous préparer pour tout le monde l'école. Nous dépenser, acheter, bagages pour faire préparation, des cadeaux, nous fait tout, nous dépenser. Et puis nous avons des touristes pas venir, bon ça fait nous mal. Nous venons de un courant politique qui cause que nous ne pas venir, il y a certains qui disent que 100 personnes mourent par jour. En Haïti, il y a plus que 3000 personnes qui mourent depuis le départ ici, ça est menti. Pas jamais un bagage comme ça. Depuis le départ ici, bon, entre les jours, partisans qui manifestent libre, que pour toi, ici, dans le maillot, pas de monde qui fait aucun attaque en haut. Bagage paraître libre devant toutes les télévisions nationales et internationales. Pas de aucun bagage comme ça. C'est un courant politique, un petit groupe à battre pour faire. Un petit groupe qui battre pour capable de pays à souci. Qui fait dire comme ça, oui, alors le peuple là pour en Aristide, c'est pas vrai. Parce que depuis 10 ans, le pays a monsieur Coco Bay. Il a quitté le courant politique, Coco Bay économique à pays. Nous connaissons dans n'importe quel pays développé, politique retenant elle politique, économique retenant économique. Économique pas qu'à rentrer dans la politique, ça c'est le peuple là qui a détruit. Nous avons dans le 10e département pour aider nous souffler, faire courant politique là. Économique là a avancé dans le rang économique pour que les peuples haïtiens puissent vivre. Parce que nous haïtiens nous souffrons trop en bas politique. Chaque fois que nous faisons avancement, autant d'embargo, autant de ceci, là qui nous va à l'école. Mais dans le moment ça là, je ne vais pas là pour là, moi j'ai 7 qui à l'école. Bon, il n'y a pas comment pour aller skier pour aller parce que tellement économique là écrasé. Nous avons depuis avant aussi d'aller là-bas du campé. Entre les jours l'ouvrir, même l'ouvrir, on va pas acheter moi sinon marchandise nous fait vendre là-bas. Ça veut dire pour dans le moment ça là, il est tombé pour l'école l'ouvrir, même pas connaître comment tu viens pour l'école. Il y a 7 personnes qui à l'université. Bon, il y a des campés à camper. Alors c'est ça que je dis, je demande nous tout le temps pour souffler, pour nous aider nous qui pouvons faire aller dans la politique qui était économique à pays à avancer. Et je demande des temps pour nous propager ça pour nous. Dans le prochain voyage, nous venir pour nous descendre dans le port au Cap là. Ce n'est pas dans le port là-bas, dans le port au Cap là, pour tout aussi descendre comme par les passés. Parce que nous sommes dans le tambour, mais c'est chaque vendredi, chaque jeudi, chaque mardi, tout ce qu'on rentre dans le Cap là et dans toute la ville là, la situation était plus meilleure, plus nous à l'école. Depuis que nous coupons tout dans le Cap, nos moments difficiles, nos moments déplorables. C'est cause politique, la maladie là qui crase les pays. Pendant Aristide allait à son souffle nous prend à Kéchimé, cap boule carotte toute la journée, tirer toute la nuit, passer pour l'île, porte Kayamon toute la journée, toute la nuit. Depuis le chef final, on va avoir potentiel la fumée qui fait dans le pays encore. Nous avons pour nos âmes tirer tout le pays en calme. Alors c'est Chiméo qui qu'on a marché le festival de nuit. C'est eux qui dit qu'il y a des bagages dans le pays pour que les touristes ne rentrent dans le pays. Mais pas gagner, le pays est tellement calme. Pour nous, nous attendons, nous comment on a payé. Merci à tous.
Et identifier nos comités là. Qui s'allie avec qui ça comité a fait même.
Le comité maintenant, c'est le MACC. Comité d'action communautaire de Conassa. Dans le comité MACC, nous avons dans la localité il y a un pile de monde qui va à l'école. Première, ça nous fait faire des marches pour nous enfermer au cahier, pour nous faire l'école, pour nous prendre pile de monde pour nous faire l'école. Parce que les petits gens qui à l'école, messieurs, grands, ils utilisent les petits gens qui 20 $, 10 $, pour les faire retour, nous c'est manque d'éducation qui fait ça. si tu as une éducation, tu ne prends pas, même si tu n'as pas vu tu utilises les petits malheureux. Si tu me pour un moment, si tu as l'école, tu as une éducation, tu vas travailler pour le cas où tu vas te connaître la fille, où tu vas pas bon pour santé. Là, on va choisir vite dans la machine, c'est pas bon. Ouais, c'est bon pour nous capables de faire ça. Nous avons des machines à faire tout, mais nous ne pouvons pas y appuyer définitivement pour nous gagner un centre de santé dans la zone. Parce que l'hôpital ici, c'est un bon temps. Si on a consulté, je dis au 4 jours pour me remettre. Le premier jour, on va aller au fait dossier, demain, on va faire analyse après demain pour un résultat. Et puis, les poutres à échapper, une maladie à traverser ou mourir. Alors, notamment des organismes internationaux qui aident nous, qui ont aidé nous dans le comité MACC, dans le CONASA, pour nous faire l'hôpital. Un centre de santé communautaire pour nous dans la communauté.
Dans quelle zone CONASA?
CONASA, c'est dans la route aéroport.
Aéroport au Cap?
Oui. On se finit en Bépon. Et puis vous continuez à avancer, vous vendez vos banques, marquez sur les banques, c'est là qu'il faut ça.
Donc c'est dans la zone ça, oui.
Oui, dans la zone.
Est-ce que le groupe, son groupe communautaire du groupe politique?
Non, nous pas groupe politique, un groupe communautaire.
Donc le groupe ne va pas connecter avec aucun parti politique?
Non, nous ne va pas connecter avec aucun parti politique. Nous d'action communautaire, nous travaillons pour communautaire, pour NASA. Nous pas avec la parti politique. Parce que nous battons pour l'économie avancée, pas dans la politique.
Donc, pardon? Ah, on a un comité à tout? Eh bien, Myriam, you want to move? Let him sit with us.
Non, c'est notre comité, oui.
Ça, c'est notre comité?
Ça, c'est Petitance.
Ça, c'est Organisation pour le développement de Petitance.
Au départ.
Et vous-même, comment sentez-vous et nous dans la zone, tout ce qu'a dit moi, et pour commencer avec l'idée croisière ça qui vient en Haïti, comment nous, qui genre de préparation tu fait?
Bon, en pile préparation t'es faite. Il y a une barrière que nous avons fait, nous-mêmes c'était accueil nous avons préservé pour les touristes là.
Ouais.
D'abord c'est ensemble de motivation nous avons fait, faire nettoyage d'abord et puis permettre que il y a une information qui baille, une structure d'accueil nous avons préparé au niveau au départ qui c'est l'organisation de développement qui travaille ensemble avec mon CONASA parce que nous-mêmes nous voulons toujours développer une relation de collaboration à travers tout le comité pour que pas gagner notre discordance parce que là nous parler de développement eh bien nous ouais d'abord c'est pas seulement et pour nous dire bon mais que ça c'est ouais peut-être pas nous mais nous ouais zone là Petitance est située après airport là on finit quitter Carrefour airport
donc tout près CONASA
ouais non nous tout près mais quand tu distance seulement mais nous-mêmes organisation nous-mêmes qui ça nous fait déjà nous entrons dans le domaine non seulement nettoyage mais nous avons une équipe plus concrète qu'on y a en septembre là on l'école qui a ouvert et que nous par rapport aux démarches que nous avons fait et bien nous joignons l'école qui a ouvert déjà il y a 300 personnes et il y a tout projet au centre de santé qui a ouvert avant longtemps là dans des démarches et par rapport à la bonne volonté des citoyens nous-mêmes nous faisons un nettoyage chaque lundi pour nous retirer Fatra et par rapport à maire au cap là qui c'est premier citoyen nous avons aider nous faire il fait nous quelques sachets pour nous mettre Fatra pour que ensemble même fait machine à passer point pour nous et nous c'est pas ça seulement nous avons service public tout qui doit gagner parce que là on dans zone Petitance ou pas gagner un dispensaire public même ou pas gagner téléphone ou pas gagner même moyen pour communiquer ça pose le problème et ça fait nous-mêmes nous devons dire nous promet pour que le développement fait et si tout risque là continue de venir puis pour bagarre qu'on va faire.
Donc comment sentez-vous et mon dans zone tout sous ka bon idée là que nous apprendre que cruising into history croisière ça madame Gal ni bien l'eau ni citadelle encore comment
et forme d'où c'est un coup qui était dur pour moun yo dur pour qui ça premièrement c'est pas par rapport à l'investissement qu'on a déjà fait non mais c'est par rapport à nouvelle là pour te dire que eh bien Haïti comme si il pas de chance pour lui parce que les touristes là venir eh bien, tourisme là, c'est l'économie pays qui t'a pour développer plus, à travers, premièrement, petits marchands qui t'a pour bénéficier en bagaille, à travers commerce là, qui t'a pour développer plus, à travers plus structure qui t'a pour gagner, à travers route qui t'a pour gagner plus d'amélioration, à travers même monde qui dit bon, les touristes viennent pour nous offrir un bagaille, ils ont fait un pile d'investissement et nous pour un choc. Et moi je dis je dis à nous contents, nous ensemble avec différents touristes ici, mais tout nous triste parce que nous pas aller Milo, parce que l'idée qui était gagnée pour créer le climat, la paix là, nous-mêmes nous dit l'arrivée dans le 10e département, n'a pas un message là pour nous dire grand pile menti au fait sur Haïti. Grand pile menti au fait sur Haïtien. Haïtien grand pile pas de café, mais comme nous sommes pour Dieu, les gens tout ça va venir. Son choc parce que nous dit, nous pensons que nous avons l'autre chance pour Haïti de gagner. Excuse-moi, on a l'autre chance Haïti de gagner. Les touristes la venir parce que ça va permettre de plus de développement. Politique, c'est faire un développement, mais non politique de développement économique.
Donc, même quand on a ça, ou du moins, ce qu'a dit, groupe c'est Organisation pour le développement de la petitance. Est-ce que qui connexion politique nous gagne? C'est un groupe social, communautaire, mais à qui groupe nous connecter politiquement?
À caractère social, nous n'avons pas aucune connotation politique, nous n'avons pas aucune affiliation politique. Nous-mêmes, politique, nous faisons une politique de développement. Et puis, ils font une politique économique, mais non politique sociale, mais non politique morale et intellectuelle pour permettre que nous nous épanouir, pour permettre que la petitance et au cap jouer une souveraineté. Parce que nous ne sommes pas affiliés avec aucun parti politique.
Okay. Non, encore c'est.
Avena Jasmin.
Avena Jasmin. Très bien. C'est notre besoin
Merci. Merci bien.
Moi, nous très regrettons de ça passé. Nous espérons nous retourner encore pour nous venir montrer la réaction parce que ce n'est pas l'intention de venir être là du tout. Mais circonstances il fait que l'organisateur va être une fois pour pas gagner que tu es dégénéré. On est obligé de faire comme ça, mais ce n'est pas d'intention du tout.
Moi, je pense que c'est très bien, nous-mêmes, nous apprécions l'intervention. Nous-mêmes, on a dit merci. Si c'est qu'on l'autre mot, c'est ça nous avons dit. Mais sauf que l'on a tout traduit, le message là-bas pour nous, pour nous dire, eh bien, monsieur politicien, nous fait plus à pays. Et par rapport à mode d'intervention, parce que c'est pour eux, fort souvent, ils n'ont pas crié côté noyé, ils ont crié côté cercle là. Parce que ça, nous-mêmes, vous nous disons, vraiment, nous voulons le développement pour Haïti. Nous voulons Haïti pour notre visage. Nous voulons Haïti toujours garder l'idée que le dégain, Haïti, la perle des Antilles, mais ce n'est pas la perle des fatras. Il y a des fatras tout dans l'esprit monde. Il faut que nous vous mettons ensemble pour nous retirer fatras à l'alphabet là. Parce que chaque lait, on doit faire un bagage au papel pour son analphabète. Chaque lait, tout le monde pour dire pour son analphabète. Et chaque lait, tout le monde font bien et sont mal fait pour son analphabète.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup. Merci.
Tout d'abord, moi, c'est Jean Duval, c'est porte-parole du mouvement révolutionnaire Milo. Et à la fois, c'est ADM, c'est Conseil de réflexion pour le développement Milo. Et l'NT prend nouvelle mardi soir pour l'ouvrir mercredi, côté petit bateau n'a pas fini Milo encore, ça te fait nous mal en pile. Et dans mercredi matin, il y a des gens qui paraissent Milo, dans mercredi matin, il faut que Milo triste. Tant que c'est tout le monde Milo qui est mort à cause qu'il y a autant de bâtiments à papier. Alors nous-mêmes, là nous tapons Léonel, pour Léonel, nous avons plus d'explications. Là il est venu, c'est là ça nous est mort net. Je dis à travers tout échec nous prenons à cause des bateaux à pas venir, ça fait nous mal en pile. Non seulement il fait mal, c'est le nord. Je dis à travers tout ça, on dit qu'il mal. Je te dis qu'il n'a pas arrivé, les gens qui sont venus dans le bâtiment qui ont passé, nous disons c'est faux. Et Milo t'attend à deux bras, et je dis nous épreuves là, mon Milo est préparé pour te recevoir nous, mais il fait des formations, il dit on va pas arriver, c'est menti total avec nous. Et je dis à nous épreuves là, mon Milo est préparé. Pas de rien qui arrive, mon Milo, pas aucun enjeu. Et nous souhaitons en retour, nous sommes capables de retourner pour ça, nous avons dit pour ouais, c'est pas la vérité, et c'est menti à faire. Et là nous arrivons avec cassette, ça on a passé, puis ouais, mon Milo et mon cap, te une volonté, c'est diffamation, c'est menti, qui fait journée aujourd'hui, c'est la bâtie nous.
C'est comment elle est?
Moi, je suis Jean Duval.
Jean Duval.
C'est représentant CADM qui est conseil de réflexion pour le développement des millions.
Donc, groupe ou même, est-ce que c'est un groupe de développement, est-ce un groupe social, un groupe communautaire, ou du moins, est-ce que nous connectés politiquement?
Bon, directement, c'est ça cause même. Et moi, Daniel, l'été que nous, il pas de joindre nous un groupe politique. Nous-mêmes, c'est développement de la paix, et nous pouvons, la question qui vient pour Haïti, et nous pouvons, dans Milo, nous pouvons, c'est un côté qui t'a bénéficié économiquement. Et là, on pas venir, je vous dis, c'est mourir nous mourir. Nous avons demandé jusqu'à là, nous avons une économie pour Milo.
Radio La Voix l'Amérique, nous écoutons ça en pile. Et France Inter tout. Nous avons nous pour nous écouter, pour entendre des paroles, il y a parlé dans France Inter pour tout le monde entendre pour moi travailler là avec vous.
Ok.
Pour nous entendre La Voix l'Amérique à Bali, dans nos villes, nous demandons tout le monde qui a fait promotion. Parce que si nous quittons, nous va radio diffuser pour nous, ça veut dire que la pauvreté, nous avons pour nous circuler dans La Voix l'Amérique. Et dans France Inter tout, et pour tout le monde qui a défendu à mon niveau, qui pour aider nos peuples ici à avancer avec l'économie du pays.
Le nombre qui est important, c'est que même les gens qui font des formations, les gens qui grand déjà, qui ont déjà. Ce sont des gens qui sont très avancés économiquement. Qui chercher moyen pour écraser les petits pauvres qui sont en Haïti. Et même là, il y a un groupe qui veut aider nous, il faut qu'il y ait un groupe grand nègre qui chercher moyen pour nous pas bénéficier. Vous ne jouez rien important. Nous venons, nous tendons, nous prenons doléance, à porter bayo pour nous une chance pour nous capables d'avancer économiquement, nous pas dans la politique. On nous quitte la politique derrière qu'on y a là pour l'économie rentrer en Haïti, pour le pays d'Haïti qui a développé. Même si tout pays a développé, la République dominicaine nous a occupé pendant 22 ans. Je ne dis pas c'est dans la main dominicaine, nous avons mangé banane. Nous avons bu ça de l'eau, nous avons acheté des grains d'œufs. Ça fait mal. La question qui va venir, si nous avons une chance pour la population Milo à parler, nous avons crié. Et je ne dis pas c'est important pour nous aller, pour nous apporter des messages et puis pour nous tourner. Et nous demander retour sans condition. Non seulement nous pas dans le politique, économiquement, pour Milo capable d'avancer. Parce que Milo sont liés touristiques. Et nous là, nous stables là, et nous avons la compétition pour aider nous à avancer dans le pays.
Comme notre camarade a dit, nous qui fait propagande, ce sont des gens très avancés. Non seulement très avancés, nous avons un mandat international derrière comme criminels. C'est eux qui dit faut dire au pays et ils ont un mandat pour arrêter. Tel que Jean Moïse, qui croit que c'est l'aide sur Internet, dit qu'il y a des gens qui ont mouru dans le pays à mentir. Nous savons que ce sont des criminels qui ont un mandat international qui ne va jamais arrêter. Si il y a des personnes qui sont là, ils vont arrêter. Parce qu'ils veulent pour tout le monde vivre en paix, ils oublient tout le monde qui passe pour tout le monde vivre en paix, et il y a aucun bébé, il y en a marre. Merci.
En tout cas, plus qu'il y a un groupe qui veut aider nous, nous avons un groupe de gens. Nous ne dépendons pas de personne, nous ne dépendons pas des politiciens, raquetés à café comme, c'est-à-dire, même là qu'il y a une élection, nous-mêmes nous ne pas camper sur l'élection, nous camper sur le développement. L'élection ne peut pas défendre rien dans le pays, mais si tu as des touristes qui viennent dans le pays, chaque jour, c'est les touristes qui ont l'élection pour nous. Nous demandons sans condition pour la conclusion. Et repenser dans un mois, dans 2 mois, dans 3 mois, dans 4 mois, pour nous revivre, pour nous dire ça, nous te pensé, c'est pas ça, nous avons retourné en Haïti. Merci.
They give the parents of the deceased $1,179 US.
That's a lot of money.
They give us a lot of bunch of to just
Maintenance staff, beach attendant staff, beach monitor staff,
You know what I mean?
agents.
Yeah, but sure it's accurate.
How can we?
We would have to verify that before we get it with you.
With who?
We have to.
Fella?
Rafael, ahí está el logo.
I don't get it. He's worried if he allows us to use it, something happens.
You stay out of the camera as well.
So they're going to take the... Give me this camera right now. Oh, you got a little bit of ringing? I know, we knew that was how many after?
So you heard me, I'm going to stay, I don't want Jane to get any kind of controversy whatsoever.
Okay.
Oh, now you ask.
Yeah, are we gonna keep close to the...
We are going away
Side
from
of the
our Royal
island?
Caribbean. If we miss the boat, we're taking a boat back to Miami. Okay?
This is good. This is good. That I'm happy. Always stay close to each other. Oh my God.
Oh, bela gua até no yo, sama. Eu babale.
No.
Photo shoot. We have a New Orleans photo shoot at 9 o'clock.
Tonight?
Yeah, the 4th floor dining room.
Okay.
9 o'clock.
4th floor dining. Right. Which one is this?
That's where we usually eat.
Oh, okay. At 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
But don't remember your name, so don't get me. Brother Jawad.
My name is Jawad Shakir.
Where are you from?
New Orleans.
Okay, I just want to get that out.
New Orleans. New Orleans. With the name of God, most gracious, most merciful, all praises are due to God, most gracious, most merciful. Lord of all the worlds, master of this day of judgment, thee alone do we worship, thine aid we seek. Show us the straight way, the way upon whom thou hast bestowed thy favors, not upon whom thy wrath is brought down, nor those who go astray. Ameen. Assalamu alaikum.
It's about this morning's session, which we consider to be a very, very important session given our desire to have positive engagement and partnership with our brothers and sisters from Haiti. The question of uplifting Haiti in many respects has to do with uplifting the economy, uplifting the basis by which economic development, economic empowerment can be achieved. And so we thought it was very important, and quite frankly, this came as one of the expressions from our brothers and sisters in Haiti. They thought it would be good as a part of this that we would have this conversation this morning. We responded and added this session as a result of requests that were being made by several people from not only the business community but from other sectors who were saying one of the key things that needs to happen is for there to be business development in Haiti, cultural, historical, tourism, various other opportunities. What we hope to have this morning is a general conversation out of which we may be able to extract some specific ideas, some specific commitments, which can be useful as we decide how to move forward. We've asked to facilitate this conversation, not accidentally, but on purpose. A brother who has managed the city, who has had to deal with issues of economic development in relationship to the National Conference of Mayors, as he was the president of that. And now, I think, in his position as president of the National Urban League, this is, of course, one of those positions which, among other things, has him interface with the whole question of economic development in the African American community, entrepreneurial development, all of those kinds of issues, as well as an intersection with corporate America. So he's in a very, very unique and sometimes delicate position in relationship to balancing all of those respective interests. So we've asked him to facilitate the session this morning. We want it to be freewheeling and participatory. We've assembled an outstanding panel of resource persons to share and to give their thoughts and to engage in the dialogue. But everyone here is considered a resource person. There are others who could well be sitting here, whatever. So there are no big I's and little B's. It's everybody's input is certainly welcome. So now would you join us in welcoming again our friend, Mark Morial.
Thank you very much, Ron. Thank you. Good morning to everyone. Good morning. Good morning. It's good to be here, and we want to thank Ron. Let's give Ron another hand for all of his very good work and hard work. We've got a distinguished, knowledgeable, insightful, smart, I'm certain loquacious panel of resource persons here. And this is meant and designed to be a discussion with all of us involved. And let me see if I can set the framework, because from the beginning, Cruising into History has been about a start, not a one-time event, but about a start towards strengthening the links between Haiti and people of African descent all over the world, but with a focus on those of us that live in the United States. African Americans, Haitian Americans. And the context is there are 8 million people who live in Haiti. There are 36 to 37 million African Americans. Between now and 2050, the African American community is going to grow to 60 to 65 million. Our buying power, our spending power, our resources, in fact, will grow, will expand. Haiti is a place, it's a nation, it's a people of enormous potential, enormous culture, history, industry, drive, a place of resources, both human and natural. What we want to talk about this morning is how a greater togetherness, a greater working together, and to talk about how that greater working together goes beyond words in a session to concrete steps and examples, how a greater working together can enhance the development, both human and certainly from a physical and an infrastructure standpoint of Haiti, and how we can find ways that everyone can move forward together. To set the context today, I want to recognize, and I will introduce the panelists in the interest of time one by one. Mr. Lionel Pressois, who is a representative of the Haitian business and professional community, who's taken time out of a demanding schedule to be with us to set the context of the current economic situation in Haiti, but also I think to, in a very important way, hopefully, talk a little bit about his thoughts and his visions and the visions of the people he represents about how the Haiti Support Project, the people on this ship and the people that we represent and will go back and talk to can be a part of this future reconstruction and development of Haiti. Lionel.
I thank you very much. Okay, I thank you very much. I was sent here today by the people who were supposed to attend the seminar. And we will go through the reasons why we are not here in a few minutes. They have sent me a press release to inform you of the reasons. And I was chosen to come on the ship because I represent many companies who have suffered since 1986 in political situations that have hurt a great number of people. And I will mention only two of them. Number one, we had a company dealing in salt mines, and we were over 120 shareholders. At the end of Duvalier's regime, they came in, I'm going to use a Haitian word, they chouquet our company, and I'm sure you know what that means. And at that time, we had the label of being Duvalier people. Now, after Mr. Aristide took position as president of Haiti, I had a piece of land and I was attacked on that piece of land because, again, I was part of the opposition to Aristide, although I personally fought tremendously to bring him into power. And I went to a hospital and I had 2 operations, 57 stitches twice. Because of a machete, they cut my head in the back. So that's the second reason why I was chosen today. And the last reason is that 2.5 years ago, we had a factory who hired 1,800 people, and our factory was burned. And it was burned again by people who did not understand what business is all about. And people who do not understand that a country is like a train, it's on 2 tracks. One of them has to be economics, the other one has to be political. Right. And we cannot fusion both tracks because we are going to get hurt. Right. And I have placed myself on the economical track. We are moving forward on that track, and we expect politics to stay on the other side. And all of us together, being interlinked, we can move forward. I thank you very much. Would you like me to read the statement right now? Okay, I'll try my best because I just received it and I did not read it first. Now, I received 2 statements. One statement from the committees of the north of Haiti, and they have put themselves together to write this, which was released the day before the arrival of the ship. The cruising into history event scheduled to take place at Labadie in the vicinity of Cape Haitian on August 19, 2004, is an initiative of the Haiti Support Project. For months now, various committees of the North region, members of the tourist industry, and of the business sector of the North, the Tourism Association of Milo, Sanssouci and Citadel, have all been working relentlessly to make sure that the event unfolds smoothly and successfully. Everyone was convinced of the importance of that day to revive tourism activities, especially in the north of Haiti and throughout the country in general. We believed in and shared the principles put forth by the organizers of the Haiti Support Project, who had expressed their will to commit to the Haitian people, notably to work with them in promoting alternative cultural and historical tourism, creating strong bonds between Haiti and the African American community participating in the revival of Haiti's economy, so as to contribute to the improvement of the population's living conditions. Haiti Support Project has always claimed its political neutrality and its desire to commit to the Haitian people independently of any political structure or partisan feeling. Today, less than 10 days before August 19, the Haiti Support Project has canceled all of the activities that were to take place in Milo and confined Cruising into History to Labadie, invoking its refusal to endorse the interim government and decrying the treatment inflicted upon the members of the former regime, insisting notably on the case of former Prime Minister Yvon Neptune, incarcerated for his alleged involvement in the massacre of La Syrie, a neighborhood of the town of Saint Mark. I will have to tell you a little bit about that in 1 minute. By stressing political and partisan considerations to justify the cancellation of the activities planned, the Haiti Support Project reneges on its commitment to remain neutral and independent. Indeed, the position taken by the Haiti Support Project is a sign and clear support displayed in favor of a political organization and constitutes a boycott of the activities that were to be taking place in Haiti and for which so much energy and money have already been expended. By canceling the activities planned for Milo and the Citadel, Haiti Support Project also reneges on the principles set forth to justify the very existence of the Cruising into History event. The anger and disappointment of the organizations that committed themselves alongside the Haiti Support Project is commensurate to the great hope raised by the projects that was to demonstrate the ability of the communities of Milo and the Citadel, as well as that of the professionals of the region as a whole, to receive large groups of tourists. This event was also meant to demonstrate to Royal Caribbean the relevance and possibility of organizing excursions to tourist sites other than Labadie on a regular basis. The signatory organization that gathers members of all political tendencies invested a great deal in the success of Cruising into History project, outside of any partisan considerations. The approval given to the Haiti Support Project was expressed in 2003 under the regime of Mr. Aristide and Yvon Neptune. It was reiterated in 2004 by the interim government headed by Boniface Alexandre and Gérard Latortue. Moreover, Cruising into History benefited from the strong support of both administrations. Consequently, it is saddening and distressing to see the organizers cancel a project that could have so greatly contributed to the development of Haiti's tourism industry on a strictly partisan basis after it received such a favorable welcome from Haitian society at large. For the organizers who invested themselves in support of the Haiti Support Project, the sentiment that prevails today is that they have been betrayed, manipulated, and double-crossed for political and partisan purposes. we feel justified in questioning the motivation behind such a brutal reversal on the part of the Haiti Support Project. And it is signed by 8 committees and also Chamber of Commerce and also private companies who have been hired to welcome you to Haiti. And I take this opportunity to say, we will welcome you one day. Yes, they have.
Who would like to have their name?
Please. Oh, you would like me to read? No, you can take them. They are right here. And I will read the last mail that I received, which is a reaction of the private business sector to the cancellation of the historic visit to Milo by the Cruising into History. In answer to an invitation by the Haiti Support Project Group, the Haitian private business sector had enthusiastically accepted to give its full support to the Cruising into History event and to take part in a business seminar on the cruising ship that was to bring to our land our American brothers and sisters. Businessmen and women sensitive to the Haitian issue, willing to invest in our country's economy and to contribute in the development of social projects. This fraternal meeting would have allowed these businessmen and women to debate subjects as varied as tourism, agro-processing, natural resources, and telecommunications. Your presence in Haiti is the conclusion of more than 2 years of sustained and uninterrupted efforts through the trials and uncertainties of one of the most troubled periods in our life as a nation. Our meeting was to be a moment of hope, a bonding gesture between the sister communities of the United States and our country. An unfortunate decision made unilaterally without consulting the Haitian side destroyed everything. So here we are at this moment trying to pick up the pieces of dashed hopes, the hopes of hundreds of small entrepreneurs, horse owners, craftsmen, painters, dancers, actors, musicians, street vendors, independent tour guides, students in need of leadership who recently underwent training for the occasion, horse guides, and countless others. They invested their savings and contracted debt only to sustain pure loss. Being used to hardship, they once more withstood the blow, but they do not understand since they were prepared to welcome their brothers. Neither do we. We understand even less since at this very moment in Port-au-Prince, the national soccer team of Brazil, winner of the World Cup, is meeting our country's team for a friendly match. What is really going on? We want to believe that this is due to some unfortunate misunderstanding, and we are ready to make all necessary efforts on our side to help correct the situation. Meanwhile, we have been forced to refrain from participating in the business seminar. Nevertheless, we will keep the door open since we are convinced that the future lies in dialogue, consultation, and the pooling of efforts beyond differences, diverging opinions, and passion. Thank you.
We certainly appreciate your frankness and courage to come here and read that statement to us. And we certainly want, nonetheless, because we understand that this has been challenging, it's been difficult for our delegation to get to this point, But our focus today is on where do we go from here? What steps we can take. And I don't know if you perhaps, Lionel, would be so kind as to give us in 3 to 5 minutes a quick overview of the current state of economic affairs in Haiti, so that our panelists, we can best understand, the audience here can best understand from your perspective the general sense of where the economy in Haiti is today and what your hopes are going forward. Would you be able to do that for us? Thank you.
Well, I am replacing somebody who is extremely important, who was supposed to be with us. His name is Kessner Farel. He is an economist. And unfortunately, he had decided not to come on board. But I'll try to do my best. Today in Haiti, let's say that, as I told you before, the train is on 2 rails. But one is supposed to help the other one constantly. And today we are facing an interim government whose responsibility is, number one, to get elections done the proper way within 2 years, less than 2 years today. Now, as far as the economy is concerned, a lot of us in the business side, we are trying to develop as quickly as possible to set a trend for the the government that will be elected politically, that will be there in about 2 years. Because as you know, Haiti has been going from one coup to another, and this is the story of our whole life as a nation. And today we need to change it. Democracy must prevail. And the business community is there, willing to invest, but at the same time, as I told you, we have lost so much. Every time that there is a change in government, we are the losers. We are the number 1 losers. And I have to tell you again, we were talking about St. Mark a few minutes ago, and our family business also was burned down 6 months ago, completely. And my cousin was burned inside his house at the same time in St. Mark. So we are living through hardship all the time as business people, but we are looking forward. We are not putting our arms down and say, okay, we are giving up. No, we are going through it, and we are willing to get people involved with us because we see that there is a possibility that we get somewhere this time. Because not only are we looking at political parties organizing themselves, we are also seeing that the elite, the economical elite of Haiti is getting more involved on the political side, saying that yes, we are developing economy, but at the same time, we must be part of what Haiti is all about, because they were trying to keep away at a certain time. They are not going to be, involved 100% into politics, but they have to be member of political parties. They have to be heard. So our economy is going to be strong. We are looking for that. And myself, I am in tourism. We want to develop tourism because to us, that is the most important industry that we can go into.
We certainly want to thank you and ask you to remain to be a facilitator. I next want to recognize, I'm sorry, Marie Kadar, the former Minister of Tourism in Haiti, who's joined us. Thank you very much. We want to recognize you to give us some of your views and thoughts about sort of his last word was on tourism, and maybe you'll tell us a little bit about it from your perspective. Thank you.
Yes. Well, good morning, everybody. I didn't prepare anything, I just came here as a participant, But I just want, after Lionel spoke, I think that I have a few things that I wanted to add it to you, that I think that are important. As you know, the country is completely bankrupt. But the country has been bankrupt for many, many years. And now we are in a very interesting process because finally we are receiving attention from the international community. I don't know if it's an attention that is going to stay, but we just had a donors meeting in Washington where the country was allocated $1.1 billion. Part of them are loans and part of them are grants. So who are our biggest supporters? The European Union, we have the World Bank, we have the Inter-American Development Bank, we have the European Development Bank, and we have bilateral agreements with Canada, with the United States, with who is beneficiary. My English is not very good, so you will try to understand what I'm saying. I am looking at a lot of opportunities for African American. We had the visit of some very high officials from the United States not long ago. And what I told them is that one of the big problems that we have is that we have a lack of human resources in order to help us get our act together in this country. And whoever is going to be in power will have this problem. My suggestion to you is if we could do or promote an inventory of human resource of people in the diaspora and of African American that could, when the government or this government or the elected government is ready with a plan, we need to push for a plan because that's the other thing, you know. We have had a lot of politics in Haiti, but we have not been able to tell the people where we are heading. What are the economic choices of this country? What are we going to do? Are we going to do tourism? Are we going to invest in agriculture? I mean, this is a country where those things has not been addressed. And I think that this is another exercise that we need to push the politician and the international community to do. The opportunities, there are a lot of opportunities. We have to organize the opportunities. The country that is taking a lot of advantage of Haiti today is the Dominican Republic. We have a balance of payment very much in favor of the Dominican Republic. We are 8 million people. We are an interesting market. We are an interesting market for basic product. You know, we buy rice from the United States, we buy oil, we buy basic food. So I think that this also is an interesting area to look at. We have to do very quickly the privatization of the port and of several ports inside of the country. We have to do the privatization of the management of the airport. And in terms of tourism, when I was in government in 1999, we did a master plan of tourism financed by United Nations. So we have a master plan of tourism that is still in effect. Master plan of tourism, I'll be very glad to anytime that this group want to give you the master plan of tourism where you can look at the opportunities. Why Haiti can be an interesting tourist destination? We have very close to the Dominican Republic, the north of Haiti where we have the Citadel and where we have all those monuments that are unique to the Caribbean is extremely close to a big reservoir of tourists which come from Punta Cana, Europeans, Americans, that come there for 3 weeks. At the beginning, we can piggyback on those guys and get, some people coming to Haiti. We have already in the pipeline the financing to build an important road that will link us from the north to the Dominican Republic, which is the road from Waname to Cape Haitian, and it's going to be financed by the European Union. It's already a done deal. So I'm sorry to give you, I didn't prepare a presentation for you, but what I can tell you is that if you're interested in Haiti, and I know that if you're here, it's because you're interested. Not only Haiti can benefit from your interest, because you are sophisticated people, you are organized people, and I think that as a lobby you can put pressure on whoever is in power to tell them we need to cut. Won't use a bad word on the microphone. Let's let's take care of business. You know? This is what we need. You know, we need a plan. We need to know what's going on in terms of your privatization. We need to know what are the opportunities. We need the labor code. We need the investment code. All that we have. So from there, I would like to see African American coming not only to give, but only to take advantage of the opportunities in terms of the expertise that is needed for this country. For the time being, we just spent $2 million to prepare the donors meeting. You know, the World Bank and the No, not the money. The Nations Unies, United Nations, put a team that cost, the exercise cost more or less $2 million. I don't have the figures. They bring experts into the country that have to work with the Haitian expert, and those experts, I would have liked to have seen an interesting quota coming from the African American and from the Haitians, because we have doctors, we have people that can put a plan like that. So I think that we need to be vigilant, so the money that is allocated for Haiti, not only as a gift, but this is money, part of the money are money that we will have to repay also. That our brothers and sisters from the African American community and from the Haitian community living abroad can benefit from that. And the last thing that I will tell you is that there are also a lot of interesting opportunities that nobody has been able to take advantage of that for the time being. The World Bank has a guichet, how do you say, a window that give loans to private sector people that are doing business in Haiti with very low interest rate. The Inter-American Development Bank has the same. Those are the two interesting things for you to take a look at and to try to understand. There is also, the American has what they call OPIC, which is Overseas Private Investment, which is a guarantee, an insurance for people that are making investment in Haiti. There are lots of opportunities, and there are lots of things that are there on the table. What we need to do is to organize them, to understand them, and to try to see where are the red tapes, okay? So that's it for today.
Thank you. You did an excellent job. Don't go anywhere. You did an excellent job. That was a well-prepared presentation. Very good. But I think since we have you and you gave us some important and interesting information, certainly the idea that one, Haiti has a plan for tourism. Number two, there's a need for there to be an inventory of human resources. I want to give the audience just an opportunity. I'm going to take just 2 questions from the audience, from Maria or Lionel. 2 questions because they may have to leave. Yes, sir.
What are the advantages and disadvantages of privatization?
From your perspective, who wants to take advantages and disadvantages of privatization?
Very sincerely, I mean, if I was in government and I had the responsibility to take a decision on the privatization of the airport, you know, I will try, because the airport in Haiti is a money-making machine. You have 800,000 people that are, for the time being, using a very, you know, not a good airport. And the room to grow is, and the room to really expand the business is huge. I will try to say, okay, you know, we need a good team that can manage the airport so the resources stay inside of the country and we can invest it in education, or we can invest it in, so instead of giving some private sector people the opportunity to make more money. But unfortunately, the human resource factor is a big, big, big problem. I mean, government in Haiti, and I think that this is the case today, and it will be the case for probably the 10 more years, if we start working today and are able to have good governance in 10 years, because it's not only a political decision. You need to have education, you need to have the human resources, you need to have the motivation of the people to know that a country is an enterprise. And it is our enterprise. So we need to run the business well in order to... So for the time being, I think that we need to privatize. We need to privatize, but we have to be extremely careful to whom we're giving this privatization.
Okay.
I mean, we are not going to take the decision to say, okay, we have to privatize because the state doesn't have the capacity to run the airport properly and that the services and try to make the most money that we can, because we need this money, it's the people's money. If we don't have this capacity, we need to make sure that we're very careful that we don't turn it to some private sector people that have no capacity to do it. So that's has been all the time my question mark in terms of privatization. You know, it's whom do you do the business with? And it's the only disadvantage in my opinion.
Yeah, I just wanted to add a thought about that. Not that I'm familiar with the specifics of Haiti with their airport or with their port, but I can see from an eyeball inspection that the port facilities here need considerable capital investment in order to be able to produce. One of the challenges is if you grow your agricultural sector, you've got to be able to move goods out on a timely fashion. So you've got to be able to accommodate major ships. If you're going to build an agricultural economy that's based not only on feeding your own people, but also on exporting. And one of the challenges a country may face is if you had $1 billion, do you spend it on building an education system, a healthcare system, or do you spend it on building port and airport facilities, which is why the ability to attract private capital and on what terms becomes a question in the development of a country that this country will certainly have to face, because there's a finite dollar amount that you can put and you have to make those difficult choices. And I think you've certainly adequately categorized it, because then the other thing about privatization is it's also the deal you cut and who you cut it with, so that the people are going to get something for it. And it's going to be something real and something measurable, and it's not simply a giveaway. It's a highly difficult choice, because privatization in some people's mind is automatically a bad word. In some people's mind, it's automatically a good word. The truth of the matter is that to develop any country or any society, you've got to attract human and financial resources, and they're difficult choices to be made. Next question, let me go. I want to go one on this side, and who had their hand up first? Did you? Okay, certainly. First one I saw. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Just want to comment on what you said. Not only is who you make the deal with, but who makes the deal for you. That's very important. But my question is, we talked about tourism, and you said agriculture would be two of the industries that you want to develop. And I'm wondering, would those two industries put the wages in the masses of the people's pockets, that they could also be major consumers of whatever industries they have? Because I'm not having the opportunity to actually go into Haiti and actually see and be with the people, kind of working in a blind. So what are the wages and the opportunity for quality of life for the Haitian people if it's only at tourism and agriculture?
So you want to know what's in it for the people? Okay. Let me tell you that, you know, when you talk about wages in Haiti, it is always a difficult phenomenon to explain, and for people that are living in other countries to understand. What's happening in Haiti is happening, unfortunately, in a lot of third world countries. The government, all government, let me give you, for example, the case of Royal Caribbean Cruise Line. Royal Caribbean Cruise Line comes to Haiti for tourism. First of all, they come because they need a beach destination, and they locate one, and they think that it's, you know, that's what they want. It's beautiful. It's the mountain, the sea, and it's a. And the second thing, they come because there is the government, and that has been the situation for, you know, as long as I remember, you know, being interested in economy, and this is the same thing for the Dominican Republic, because they tell you, you can come and do business here because what we have is cheap labor. This is not a deal that is made under the table. This is the deal that is advertised. Come and do business, and when you go to China, you go to Pakistan, you go to all those things, they are fighting, and you guys know also in your country when they're talking about businesses going overseas, the only reason why they go overseas is because labor is cheap. It's sad, but it's the reality. Okay, so under Aristide, that touch again the labor, the minimum wage. The minimum wage actually in Haiti is 70 gourd a day. What does that mean? 70 gourd a day. Today, the Haitian dollar is equal to 37. So you have to divide to see that someone makes less, officially less than $2 a day. If you pay someone less than $2 a day, that person can take you to social affairs. Okay, what we have done in Wild Caribbean, myself, I've been in the company for 3 years. The wages were low, and we discuss to try to increase them. What do we pay today? We pay to the person that makes the minimum salary around $790 a day, plus overtime when there is a ship, plus they make tips, and we try to look for a lot of French benefits here and there. Like this is the school that is starting now, we give them a loan. We pay all their health, but is it enough? People will always complain, because in reality, and that is something that has to be addressed in a larger scale, you know, and that has to be a country's decision, a government decision to say, okay, our minimum wage cannot be more than that, because they are the one that has, and then also they have to see the competitivity with the other countries. Because if you put, so I mean, it's very complicated. It's not fair in a lot of, and the problem of poverty also is extremely important, because if you do business and that the state does what they have to do, I mean, the people, even if they have a lower minimum wage that is not interesting, but they have other compensation. But if they have to turn to you only to be able to resolve all their matters, this creates problems.
You wanted to add something.
Yes, we were talking about tourism a few minutes ago as a priority. And the reason why we have, as a company, we have decided that tourism must be a priority for the country is that through tourism, you have tentacles going on all directions regarding agro-industry, agriculture, you name it. Tourism pulls from those industries. Construction, which is one of the most important industries in Haiti, is also extremely important as far as tourism is concerned. So just think of a little calculation. Every tourist that comes to a country needs 2 eggs a day, no matter what, needs 3 oranges a day, no matter what. So the thing is, we are developing the whole country because we are bringing buying power right within the country. And that is the most important part as far as tourism is concerned. And at the same time, we don't have only Royal Caribbean in the north supporting all the decisions regarding people who are looking for an extra wage because the other people don't have anything at all. So we have to spread the thing out, and tourism will help spread it out. That's my point.
No, I think that it's an interesting point, and I think that tourism is the most integrated sector. I mean, it touches everything. It touches the lady here who wants to.
No, I was just agreeing. I was just agreeing.
We said we take two comments directed at them now. We can just go on and keep on talking. And let me just offer to the panel, and before we get to comment, I want to certainly encourage the panel. Let's do this, folks. While we have, they disappeared.
Well, they're still there.
Where'd they go? Take two more questions because we have our panelists, some who've come from a long distance. Yes.
I want to refer to the question of human resources. We have a great human resources in the diaspora of Haitians, and there are many Haitians willing to give their time, even free, to help. And we also can have, I thought it would be good to have a combination of, or maybe a conference of African Americans and Asian Americans who are willing to help, because we have the resources. And also in Haiti itself, you have a lot of young people who have completed their studies, and they have nothing to do. So we could also train them. There could be an exchange to prepare them to fill the gap where there is the lack of human resources.
No, I think it's a very interesting comment. And I can tell you that personally, I believe that this is one of the most important things that we have to do. We need this inventory of human resources. If I had the means to conduct it myself, I think that it will be one of the biggest contributions to the country. And like she said, the idea that I had, and I think that I discussed that with Ron and Wayne a few months ago, I think we need an inventory of human resources outside of Haiti. And we need an inventory of human resources inside of Haiti. Because when you need to govern a country, you don't only focus on who's going to be president and prime minister. I mean, it's the amount of people that are involved in the management of the country. You need to know who can be your mayors, who have potential to be your local official, to be taking care of your hospital, taking care of customs, taking care of internal revenue. And then once this inventory is done, I see hand in hand with this inventory a leadership program, to empower the people. A lot of people are elected in Haiti to be mayor. They don't have a clue of what it's the job of a mayor. They never get a job description that tells them how is a mayor, what's the role of a mayor. They haven't seen a place where a mairie, how do you say a mairie? You have been a mayor. No, the office. They haven't been.
They've never been to City Hall.
They haven't been to a city hall. They don't know that the amount of work involved inside of that. So I think that this is extremely important. If and I mean, I'm giving the basic ideas, but around that, I mean, there are certainly a lot of other things, that will be needed, that we need to do in order for, to really have something that is worth it.
I know mayors in the United States who don't have a clue. Don't get me naming no names.
All right, Bob.
Let's get a response here, because before we have a question, let's let our panelists respond, and then we'll come to you.
Okay, ma'am, you were talking a few minutes ago about helping students and so on and so forth. I am going to give you an example with this group here. When Cruising into a History was supposed to go to Milo, we had to hire and also go through the formation of 25 students who were going to be your guides on the buses to take you there. So when we asked for those 25 people, we had 56 people coming over. And when we started the formation, I mean, you cannot believe how important it was to them. So there are institutions established in Haiti who are willing to help people get ahead. But at the same time, this, and we are very thankful for that help. But at the same time, if you do not create industries to absorb those people, we have been for the past 10, 15, 20 years preparing people to go away from Haiti. And right now we have to prepare them to stay in Haiti. Come back to Haiti. And that's where we have to set up our mind to go into investment in Haiti to create jobs right then and there. Thank you. Yes.
What I want to make is, you make it safe, thousands of us will come. You make it safe, you here doing work and then in the economy and in business, and your family has been abused and everything, is you have to make it safe. You make it safe and thousands will come. Just like when he gave the call, this is what he wanted to do and everything, people was willing to come. The propaganda system that's running around in the world to retard development is extraordinary. We have to understand that we get 2, 3 different messages through the media, even in reference to the storm. My sister was calling me in between, well, where's the storm there? I mean, you have to understand that my family, they petrified that you go in there, you know what I'm saying? The media is killing us in our communities in the United States. So I can imagine, what you're going through. But you got to figure out. You got to go through, you got to educate the people that we're all one person, one world, one struggle. And we have to do it for ourselves and build them so that we can work together. A people united will not be defeated. And that's what they have to work on.
Thank you very much. We are going to talk about safe, quote unquote, safety, let's say. We have one sister country, not too far from us. They had over 400 people the year before, not last year, the year before, who died of gun wounds. And in Haiti, we did not have 1/3 of that. But we, through propaganda, through bad press and everything, we were the worst country in the world. And the other country, which I'm not going to mention the name, spent $40 million a year just to work out with the medias and make sure that, there are certain things that are not safe. I have to say this. This is part of business, and they talk about it, they try to organize it a little bit. But at the same time, we don't have the problem of security that you think that we have.
Yes, but I can add also that, we need to work on our image. Yes. We have an image problem and we have some security problem. And yes, we have some security problem, but the interesting thing is that I feel that we're not in the same stage where Colombia is today, where it's extremely difficult to resolve the security problem. And a lot of the time I ask myself, when we have seen so many soldiers and in foreign troops in Haiti, how come we still have not resolved this? And this is one of the things that I think we should pressure on them. Several times I spoke to those ambassadors and I said, you have how many troops you have on the ground? I mean, what are you guys doing? I mean, you helping us to do disarmament, or you just, you're just there. So I think that this is something that needs to be addressed. And once we address that, that we see really that the security problem is getting better, of course, like Lionel said, of course they make it even a bigger thing. The situation in Haiti. It's true that it is a big thing, but it's not as huge. It's like the storm. You understand? The storm is not around the ship. And but if we want to, if we want to attract investment, I think that those are the kind of things that definitely should be on our checklist as a priority.
Let me recognize Ron.
I have to intervene in support of our moderator at this point. We have a panel of people here who are resource persons who have not said anything. So for the next, no, you folks are a part of the panel. So we want you here, and you are our Haitian brothers and sisters, so we need you to be here more than anybody. But we would very much like to hear their reactions, responses, suggestions, recommendations, after which we'll have an open question and answer period. But at least, please allow each of them an opportunity to have some words.
Thank you. Let's give these two folks a big hand. In no particular order, I think we want to recognize first Carl and Faye Rodney with Carib News, who also do the Caribbean Multinational Business Conference each and every year. I'd like to give them a few minutes to just share with us maybe their thoughts about how some of the work they could do could help advance what our first two presenters talked about just now. Carl and Faye Rodney.
Good morning. It's really a pleasure for us to be here with you and to somehow share with you what we have seen, observed, and certainly attempt to influence through the years. And let me start out by saying, and I'm sure most will agree with us, that there is no lack of goodwill in the African American community for Haiti and certainly for the Caribbean. And so, if you know it's there, the issue is how do we tap into that, how do we make it effective and productive. And so, Faye and I started Carib News 23 years ago with the purpose of not only having people understand the Caribbean, Haiti, Cuba, the Caribbean in its totality, but also making the connection in a significant way between people of the diaspora in a way that goes beyond just the culture and the heritage. And so that was our mission, to tap into the goodwill that we knew existed among our brothers and sisters, and certainly to make it work for the region. It wasn't a difficult task, because once you start telling your story, and once you start demonstrating the feasibility, people responded to it. And so 9 years ago, we started, just because of where we were connected and the folks we knew, what we call the Caribbean Multinational Business Conference. And the purpose of that was precisely what you're hearing. How do we then bring the resources of the African American, financial, human resources, political clout, to the Caribbean to be in a productive way? And we reached out to people like Percy Sutton, David Dinkins, Charlie Rangel, and not one said no. Everybody said, great idea. Why aren't we doing this in terms of connecting people of the diaspora in a business way, in a business manner? And so the first conference was held in Jamaica 10 years ago. Out of that conference, we had several joint ventures between African American companies, small and medium sized, and Caribbean and Jamaican companies. We had a entertainment deal done, with a bottled water deal done, and the awareness and the connection started. It has evolved over the past 9 years to a point where we take some 400 African American business persons to the Caribbean, included among are at least 20, as many as 22 members of Congress, elected officials, celebrities, the Belafontes of the world. Susan Taylor's coming with us to St. Kitts this year. And we moved around the Caribbean, not to just the large countries, but a small country. We've been to Grenada, we've been to St. Lucia, and now we're going to St. Kitts. The idea is precisely what we have been talking about. How do we then get the resources that exist in the African American community and who are by nature attached to us and make that effective. And we can probably tell you of several examples that major project, AT&T did a major project in St. Croix in terms of their fiber optic terminal. Texaco did a major project in Grenada through African American executive who came with us and could then influence the direction of their company. And so we know the goodwill is there, we know the resources are there, and we know that we can in fact make a difference. And so with respect to Haiti, we have met with Aristide several times while he was in the United States, met with him while he was here in Haiti. We met with Preval in the United States, we met with them in Haiti, we met with Latutu about a month ago in New York, and we've always been seeking the way to connect Haiti in a significant way. I can tell you, we have a delegation of Haitian American that are with us every year, and we're talking about how we're going to really make the Haitian connection work. Last year, we had Haitian officials, the ambassador and the consul general. They were there, and they were there to really sensitize the attendees to more the political situation in Haiti than the economic one. But the awareness worked to a large degree, and in fact, we can see some results coming from that particular meeting. Ron was there, Ron Daniels has been to the last couple of meetings again, working through the possibilities. We are now talking to Ron about, while our conference is pretty large to manage, that we probably need to look at a smaller business exchange group that can focus around certain issues in Haiti. We also want to look at, we're doing our conference this November 4th through 7th in the St. Kitts. Can we then carve a Haitian delegation to come to discuss with our African American business persons and elected officials how we might then start the kind of roadmap or the kind of outreach that could impact on Haiti. And so possibilities are there, modest efforts are being made, it can grow. We feel the impulse, we feel the drive, and we certainly feel the mission. And so we are on board for a number of reasons, and we are on board because we see that as a certainly tremendous opportunity. And let me just point out that this is not the case of a one-way issue. The Caribbean is the largest trading partner of the United States, larger than Europe, larger than China. And so we have that kind of trading and economic power that we can in fact leverage to show where we can do business and do it in an effective way.
Thank you, Carl. I'm going to take a little different route. I'm Jamaican, born in Jamaica, and it's very natural for me to be a part of Haiti. In the words of Bob Marley, one blood, one love, let's get together. We have many challenges. This trip is not about Ron Daniels and his committee. It's not about the challenges that we have. It is about Haiti. And Haiti, until Haiti is free, we will all be in this position. We need to understand that. We understood this at a very early age. I'm a little emotional because when it comes on to Haiti, I feel that way. We understood at a very early age that we are part of Haiti, and we're part of another country too, which I won't mention, because we're talking about Haiti. And we went to Haiti last year 4 times. Like any other country, Africa, wherever we go, we have to protect ourselves, and we have to connect ourselves to the right individuals. And when we do that, we're safe. Last year, at our last business conference, we had Haitians there. As we speak, we are seeking funds for a major corporation here in Haiti, and it's going very well. And this family is very pleased about what we're doing. So we could talk about what's happening, the problems and all like that, but I think we as a people owe it to ourselves to come together and understand what's happening. I won't go over what Carl has said, but if you want to ask us questions in the sake of time, we'll be more than happy to answer it. And my apologies for getting so emotional.
Thank you very, very much for those great remarks, and we'll certainly have an opportunity to have further discussions. At this point, I want to introduce someone I've known for quite a long time, M. Tamishi St. Julian, who is the Executive Director of the Finance Authority of New Orleans, formerly known as the Home Mortgage Authority of New Orleans. And this man is an expert on how financing devices can be used to finance housing, economic empowerment, economic development. He's done an excellent job in his current post, and also is a brother who's always had a strong commitment to culture and progressive thoughts. M. Tamishi St. Julian.
Thank you, Mark. When I was asked to sit on this committee, of course, not being from Haiti, even though it's rumored that my ancestors are from Haiti. Not being from Haiti, I didn't know too much, but I think Ron asked me to sit here because of my experience in banking. And secondly, I have been working through another organization, Black Unity and Spiritual Togetherness, led by Father A.J. McKnight with the Peasant Association of Fandwa in southern Haiti. In that connection, I had counseled them and asked them about this question of investment in Haiti. First, I had prepared a presentation, especially for the young people, to talk about this issue of what investment really is. As a banker, and I know one of the challenges we have in African American community is that our discretionary money goes to a lot of consumer items in a greater proportion than many other people. And we do not realize that investment is about putting our money in appreciable assets, not depreciating assets. But we can discuss that, and any of the young people here who want to have a little economics or finance class, I'll be glad to do that, to talk about that. Another concept that I had prepared to talk about at length is the dynamics of disinvestment. And in the United States, we have experienced about how money moves away from the urban area, and we have this massive problem called urban sprawl, and many of us in the black middle class participate in that urban sprawl and pulls investment away from where our people are. Right. The critique that I hear in Haiti is that too much of the focus has been focused on Port-au-Prince, and the people in the rural areas are basically left out. And in fact, again, we have a different kind of disinvestment, but again, we can save that discussion for another day. What I wanted to present, and I had passed out brochures on